Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my view from the 40. The first thing I will say is my voice is a little raspy because I was cheering it off at TD Place tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some news for you. The exaggerated stories that you've been hearing about the demise of Henry Burris aren't true. The quarterback of the Ottawa REDBLACKS, his career isn't over. It's very much alive and kicking. Now, there was a lot of things that were going on the field. There were a lot of things that were going on off the field. So, of course, being at the game, I did not have the opportunity of watching the TSN feed of this game. But as the game was unfolding and there was penalty after penalty after penalty, I instantly hit record on the PVR button because I was very interested to hear what the TSN commentators had to say. Of course, there was a lot of talk afterwards about how Henry Burris acted at halftime and how he basically told people to shove it, specifically the TSN panel. Now, I'm a huge fan of TSN, and I'm a huge fan of the coverage that they bring to the CFL. The panel of Rod Smith, Milt Stegall, Matt Dunnigan, Chris Schultz is just phenomenal. They're a great group of people who do a fantastic job of representing a league that I love. So as far as the comments back and forth between them and Henry Burris, I'll leave that between all of them. The one thing I will point out, though, is I thought it was interesting in the post-game interview how the interviewer, and again, no disrespect, but I didn't catch his name, but the interviewer on field with Henry Burris said to him, "Do you want to drop the mic?" To me, that's basically saying, let's poke the bear and let's get him to say something else. Not cool. Again, I'm not taking sides either way. They're all professionals. I'm sure there's a relationship between them and they can work that out. My concern as a fan, as a season ticket holder, is how quickly we turn on our team and how quickly we turn on our players, specifically Henry Burris. Henry Burris made a very interesting point in terms of he has been a journeyman. He has gone from city to city, and he is no stranger to winning. Let us not forget that he is still the reigning, defending, most outstanding player in the CFL. Now, I know, like that Janet Jackson song says, "What have you done for me lately?" The man was off. He came back. Did not have the greatest game against Toronto last week, but who really did? People seem to forget that the defense didn't step up last week and they allowed a rookie quarterback to go for over 300 yards. I said it last week, I'll say it again. The only person who had a good game last week was their kicker. And with all due respect, when the best player on your team is the kicker, you're not going to have a good game. Football is a game that is won as a team. We're not talking about the 100-meter dash. We're not talking about singles tennis. We are talking about a team sport. Offense, defense, special teams. And at points in this game, it looked like different phases of that, those different phases were having trouble. We saw a botched kick. We saw the defense getting run over early in the game. We saw some drops. But when it counted, Ottawa was able to come back, put a game together, and win. And the one thing that people don't talk about is sometimes you're playing a really good opponent. They just beat the Grey Cup champions for the second time this season. They did it opening day in Edmonton, and then they did it again tonight. And with all due respect to all this nonsense we're hearing, let's take a moment and actually congratulate Edmonton on playing a good game. Because I think people have this mentality that teams are going to walk into TD Place, they're going to roll over, and we're just going to, have this easy win. No, this was such an interesting and exciting win because Edmonton has this fluky go-ahead touchdown. Completely fluky, off the foot, catches it, runs into the end zone, and then 4 minutes to go, and all of a sudden the whole beat the traffic crowd is like, "I'm out of here." Well, it's too bad because you missed a great ending. Because not only did Ottawa drive right down, score a touchdown, but then they were able to get an interception off of Mike Riley and convert that into a field goal and win. Interesting stats. Mike Riley threw for 255 yards. Henry Burris 341. I'd say he still has some time left in the CFL. It's one of those things where I think we really need to come together as a football community and not just support Henry Burris, but support this entire team. This week, I really wanted Ottawa to win, and you would think that the sky was falling or there was some sort of, apocalypse going on. They came into this game in second place. If they were in the Western Division, I think at the moment they would have been in first place. They're okay. But again, everybody's blowing it up, and I blame a lot of that on people who might not understand the game. I blame it on the fact that Ottawa at times isn't a very strong sports community, and I blame it on some of the nonsensical sports radio I was hearing last week. Oh, well, if Burris doesn't come out and play well, then his job's on the line. So again, not making excuses for anything he said. I'm not his advocate, but from a fan perspective, I can understand why the guy was upset. We need to cut him some slack and actually show support through the ups and the downs. Anyways, as far as this game was concerned, I think Ottawa played really well. Was very excited to be there, and what great energy. We really needed this win going into a bye, so I was very, very happy for them. Again, you know, great atmosphere at the stadium. And how about our cheer and dance team? Like, let's take a moment and recognize these fantastic men and women who give up so much of their time to entertain us. And did you catch the Michael Jackson segment that they did at the beginning of the game with the cheer alumni? It was great. Like, the cheer team's amazing. Like, half of them could be in Cirque du Soleil. They're so crazy. And the dance team, they don't have moves like Jagger. Jagger has moves like them. Anyways, when you get a chance to, if you haven't gone to a game yet, check it out. It's very exciting. I'm hoping after this bye week, the whole TSN, Henry Burris stuff blows over. I've got nothing but mad respect for all of you. TSN, you are such a part of my daily life, and when football season's on, it heightens. And Henry Burris, as a fan who's been a football fan as long as I can remember, I have so much respect for you and everything that you've done for this city. So much love to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? My name's Keith. If you want to reach out to me, I'd love to hear from you. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier and WittyWhittier.com. Until next time, take care. My name's Keith, and that's my view from the 40.